from rainy Rhode Island. Let's see what we can get into today. Today, we're heading to Cape Cod, just a short 2 hours away. If you don't already know, I'm a junior ranger, and I have earned 37 badges so far from national park sites all over the country. Any kid can try it out, so go for it. You usually get an activity book to fill out a certain number of pages. Then you show it to the ranger for a badge. You can also earn patches too, but you have to do different stuff for that, and I haven't tried it yet. Each of the national park sites has a cancellation stamp, which I love to collect and stamp into my book whenever I visit somewhere new. Today, I'm after the badge for Cape Cod National Seashore. Cape Cod juts out into the North Atlantic and is popular due to hundreds of miles of beautiful sandy coastline. There's plenty to do out here, but you can also just sit and play in the sand if you want. So I asked the ranger for my booklet. He told me what I needed to do in order to earn my badge. This is the first activity that we need to do. My first task was a scavenger hunt to see what I can find around the beaches. Always be sure to check out the visitor center because there's a ton of cool stuff inside. While I was working on my packet, we went to the Highland Lighthouse and learned a little bit more about the history here. We couldn't go to the beach in this spot because of the cliffs, so we moved on. The Marconi wireless station once stood here on Cape Cod. And it was here that the first two-way wireless communication was sent across the Atlantic to Cornwall, England. It was between President Teddy Roosevelt and King Edward VII. The same type of communication helped save lives on the Titanic after it struck an iceberg and stopped responding to messages from Cape Cod. Next, we had a brief stop at the Three Sisters lighthouses, which once stood together on the coast. This rare trio of lighthouses eventually was removed due to shore erosion and changing lighthouse technology. A quick stop at the Nauset Lighthouse marked the end of our route, and we headed back to the visitor center with my finished junior ranger packet. I turned in my packet and got it signed by the ranger before doing the official junior ranger pledge. That's the part that makes you feel like you've accomplished something great for the day. Finally, I had badge number 38. Heading up north on our way to Maine, we decided to stop off at the town of Plymouth. It's a town full of history and is where the Pilgrims landed in 1620. You can see the replica of the Mayflower, the ship that brought the Pilgrims, as well as a large rock marking the spot where they first left the ship and stepped foot into the New World. Back on the road, it wasn't long before we got into Boston. Been to Boston before. It's a really cool city with a lot of history and things to do. Add on the fact I was there during a total solar eclipse, and that's a memory to last a lifetime. I'll tell you more about Boston later though, because on our way up north, we decided to stop off at a local fair and check out some rides that we never see back home. There's nothing wrong with a little detour, right? That's all for this episode. Be sure to check back next week because I've still got a lot of road to cover, and you're gonna love Maine.